All right, I seen this interesting title thumbnail. It said, "Why streamers are a sign of economic collapse." As a streamer and a member of the societal economy, I was interested to see this guy's take. Let's see if we agree. Let's see what he's got to say.
Your favorite streamer's Lamborghini is a sign of economic collapse.
Damn it! I was gonna react to his video, but he's just reacting to someone else's video.
Now that's a title. I kind of want to click it.
Damn it! Almost got me.
How much is this 2023 Lamborghini Urus? Starting at $349.
All right,
I love your car. What do you do for a living?
Content creator?
And content, businesswoman, content creator.
What do you do for a living? Excuse me. I love your car. What do you do for a living? Social media. Social media.
This is a Lamborghini Urus. It is a vehicle loved by new millionaires all over the world. It's also a sign of the apocalypse. It's something that could only exist in the years preceding total economic collapse, and it's emblematic of the new money, the wealth inequality, and the get-rich-quick schemes that characterize our era. This glorified Toyota is a cruel joke that could only exist at the end of the world. And by the end of this video, you'll agree with me. You also probably won't be able to sleep at night, so stick around.
All right,
for some
I'm
existential
interested.
dread.
Let's see.
And also, subscribe to Art Chad so I can get rich, buy an Urus, and drive it off a f***ing cliff.
I have $700,000 in cash right there. I got $700,000 in cash right there.
Here's something really exciting for you. The US gained 2.5 million new millionaires in the year 2021. This is the most new millionaires in a single year in a single country this century. And it's part of this nice upward trend since 1979.
Average household income. Bottom middle 81.
The wages of the upper class have risen 41%. In the middle class, 6%. Lower classes' wages have dropped, but like, come on. This is a good thing. You know why this is a good thing? Because that means there's new fucking money, baby. New money is shinier than...
I hope he makes some interesting points. Yo, thank you so much. Braindropper for the sub. Tier 1 6 months, let's go. Wait, 6 months in advance. They're subscribed for 7 months. Currently in a 7-month streak. Let's go.
Money and could be used to buy shinier objects. The middle class never did anything good. They never did anything for culture. They could all throw it in the garbage.
But yeah, I was saying, I hope this guy makes some good points and just doesn't just hate rich people too much. I feel like if you want to make arguments, you gotta like substantiate them. So I mean, this video did get a lot of views, and he has 100k subs. So I guess we'll see.
It's garbage. Who needs it? With all this new money, enter the Urus. The Urus is great because it.
I don't even like. What is this? Is this a Am I supposed to know that this is a car? Is this a Lamborghini?
The badging and the performance of a Lamborghini while looking like a fucking Kia Sorento. It is the preferred mode of transportation for streamers, dropshippers, and crypto millionaires. All wonderful people. Let's take a look at all the wonderful new millionaires who choose to drive an Urus.
Lambo
Aiden
SUV.
Ross is a 22-year-old streamer, most known for
How old
truly
is this?
enriching the cultural milieu with his thoughtful and deep content. Someone of this intellectual prowess deserves to drive a vehicle just as mighty.
Did he really buy one of them?
Fucking family, I love it, Aiden.
What about Kai Cenat, the 21-year-old multimillionaire streamer based in New York, recently famous for starting a revolution?
I remember that.
Over a PlayStation 5. Young UK rapper, Central C. This guy I follow on TikTok, who sounds miserable all the time.
I used to work a 9 to 5, and that's the only time I could make schmickles. It's not electric like my Tesla.
Who I think sells envelopes or something? It takes...
Hating the rich is cringe. Hating people obsessed with materialism is not. I agree. I think, like we were just glazing Tom Anderson, guy that invented MySpace, made 100 million. Should we hate him for inventing MySpace and making 100 million? I don't see why we should. I don't see any reason why we should hate him. But yes, I think you should hate I think flex culture is something that I am so far disconnected and removed from. It is 100% cringe. If you're like insecure or something and then you have to flex to try to seem cool, like I never really understood that. Especially just like, I'm not saying these guys that he singled out in the video, but usually the people that flexing, they are successful. So it's like, why are they flexing? They're already successful. Like, why is their self-worth like so weird? I always thought it was
Real
weird.
talent to become a millionaire now. Gumption, moxie. You're probably thinking, why the Urus? Why have these thought leaders chosen the Lamborghini Urus as their steed? You see, the upper class is in a cultural crisis. We basically all do the same things, but just different, more expensive versions of them. I walk to McDonald's to get my f***ing slop. The upper class gets Uber Eats 3 times a day. A Nike white blank t-shirt at the Nike outlet, 20% off.
I don't know, I
Fits
feel like
nice,
he's
I
made
love
0
it.
points
The
so
rich
far.
buy a Balmain or a Balenciaga one, same thing.
Yeah, anyone that buys that is an idiot, obviously. Everyone knows that
They're
though.
all made by the same children. You drive a Hyundai Tucson, the upper class drives a Lamborghini Urus. It's this lack of upper class culture coupled with the phenomenon of new money that has created a cast of people with more money than they can spend.
Yeah, I'm
and
not
nowhere
really
meaningful to
vibing
spend
with
it.
this guy,
He just
yeah.
made $12
I'll give him a
million
chance.
drop shipping f***ing rubber gloves. You're gonna drive an Audi, you f***ing peasant? There's a secret about the Urus I haven't even f***ing got to yet. Ready? It's a tax write-off. Because it
Dumb.
is over
Bad
6,000
take.
pounds, which makes it a work vehicle, which means you can write it off for your business. Kai Cenat was very, very happy about this one.
I don't know. It's a tax write-off. It is a truck that's more than 6,000 pounds. If you guys ever need to write off something with your company, I'm giving you a game.
I'm happy for him. That's a great little loophole. I'm shitposting a lot, but I don't hate the rich. I want to be rich. Who doesn't want to be rich? I have a deep appreciation
If you have any appreciation for historically significant art movements, then you have appreciation for the upper class. Impression.
for upper class culture, for fine tastes.
Material
The
hobby
difference
is
now
cringe.
is
Skateboarding is
that
better
the upper
hobby.
class you see on TikTok, on Instagram Reels.
I mean, I just
isn't
never
upper class.
identified
It's
with it.
what a fucking child would do if they had $10 million. It's just pure materialism.
I agree that this is dumb, but I feel like the reason that I think this is dumb and the reason that he thinks this is dumb is not the same.
Because that's what people think being rich is.
But we will see.
I've been talking in this video under the assumption that new money is bad. And you're probably wondering, why is new money bad? 2.5 million new millionaires? It sounds like our economy is doing great. Adjusted for inflation, there's 4 times as many millionaires now as there were in 1960. Not only is this a bad thing, it is a sign of economic collapse.
Top 20%
What is this guy saying?
of Americans own over 80% of the nation's
I feel like this guy would be doing the same thing if he was rich. He's just hating because he's not rich. Well, I mean, he's out here grinding for his channel, saying that it's so bad that people are becoming millionaires while he's trying to become a millionaire selling his $23 mug and $55 lamp. Like, what's bro's arguments here? Wait, what's he selling? The painting? Okay, that's kind of a fire mug. I'll give him that one.
total wealth. The bottom 20% and the next 20% barely even register on this bar chart, and the middle class makes up less than 5 to 6% of the overall bar.
Do you like statistics? Do you like just reading statistics out loud? Here's some statistics for you. Productivity and hourly compensation completely disconnected in 1970. Since 1979,
What is bro talking? I really want to see what kind of videos he makes on his channel after
the
this.
wages
We
of
can
the
judge
top
him harshly.
1% have gone up 138%. The middle class, about 15%. And
I feel like the title of this video, I guess the other guy's title was better. His title is "Your favorite streamer's Lamborghini is a sign of economic collapse." I feel like you could have wrote a good contentious video essay around that. I feel like bro is just saying I hate anyone that's rich, which like is not the interesting exploration that he could have done.
Though middle class wages have increased marginally, 15%, their spending power hasn't gone up at all because of inflation and rising cost of living. The wages of college grads have been falling since 2000. CEOs make on average 300 times what the average employee makes. In 1970, it was only 24 times.
Bro is a CEO of this channel. Like, what is he talking about? You're a CEO.
Why am I reading
Don't
these
start.
stats?
Go work at McDonald's. Don't start a business. I don't understand what he's trying to say.
In 1970, it was only 24 times. Why am I reading these stats specifically? Before
Yes,
we
please.
get there, let's look at social cycle theory. The dominant belief of historians is that society has progressed slowly and surely in an upward direction since the dawn of history. This is what is called social evolutionism. In contrast to that, there are historians who believe that history repeats in cycles. Now, this is a very hot topic in history because there are many different cycles, and
Bro's wearing a chain and a watch
everyone
too,
wants to think
and has
they can predict the
tattoos.
future. For example, there is long cycle
And has
theory,
earrings.
which is where it begins with a world war or complete global conflict, and once the conflict is over, a dominant state or a dominant world leader emerges. This continues upwards until the cracks start to show. The leader's power is
A man can't have drip. I mean, if you're gonna talk shit on people buying Lamborghinis, I feel like it factors into
the leader's
contention
power
for
falls,
sure.
and the world falls back into global conflict. This happens over the course of 75 to 100 years. Oh, that's crazy. It's been 77 years since World War II. There's secular cycle theory, where a state or a country or a city has a long trajectory upwards. It reaches a tipping point where the land and the state can no longer support the population. This causes standards of living to deteriorate, famine, disease,
bro
civil war,
saying?
internal conflict, until the state fully collapses. Once the state collapses, all the land and resources free up again, and the state begins the cycle over on an upward trajectory. This happens about every 250 to 300 years. Oh my god, that's crazy. It's been 246 years since 1776, since the beginning of the United States. That's really cool. There's fourth turning theory, where every 20 years a new generation takes over as the thought leaders, right? So you have like the boomers, you have Gen X, Gen Z, you have millennials. This happens 4 times until the fourth generation in
I
the
feel like he's covering so many topics at once. Yeah, I feel like Bro's book report was due, and he took an Adderall at 8 p.m. and he just tried to write something. Like, I feel like this makes no sense.
cycle, the fourth turn. The new culture is so fundamentally different from the first turn that there's internal conflict, and it's usually followed by a war.
This
and
video's all
some
over the
really
place.
serious
It was a
civil
good
unrest
title
that
too.
collapsed
You
the
got me to
state. This
click,
process
and you
takes
did
about
not
80
deliver.
years. Now, whether you give credence to these theories is up to you, but what's most alarming is there's one trend common through all these cycles. This trend was present at the collapse of the Roman Empire, the Taiping Revolution in China, and the French Revolution. It's also happening right now as we speak. This is called elite overproduction. Elite overproduction is what happens when a society produces too many potential elites for the upper class to absorb, creating a surplus of people who feel they have been cheated by the system. Peter Turchin, one of the main proponents of this concept, likens it to dead wood building up in a forest and how that eventually becomes fuel for a forest fire. Elite overproduction also includes people who actually get to become elites. And the issue here is twofold. The first is that they drain resources from the lower class. That's obvious. But the second issue is that there's only so many positions for elites to occupy. There's only so many CEO positions or Senate seats. There can only
No,
be so
AI
many
would
famous
never write this badly. AI is much better writer than this. AI stays on topic.
actors, famous authors, famous
This
streamers.
is like written on napkins at the bar type of vibe. Like, this is like crazy person energy.
And now there's an exponentially rising amount of people who have the money and education to do those jobs. This tends to cause infighting amongst the elites, as well as elites trying to rally up lower classes in like revolutions or big populist movements where they try to identify with the lower class and try to, you know, really rile them up, get them passionate, try to force some change.
You read this down while high,
trying to
very,
kick
very
the
high.
elites that they're in competition with. Oh, you know, that, I don't know, that's a really foreign concept. That one sounds kind of crazy. When I say the Urus is a prophecy of the apocalypse, I'm not shitposting, I'm genuinely serious. It's a vehicle that can
Why?
only exist here and now. Lamborghini tried to make an SUV in the 80s. It was called the LM002. It was a huge failure. It sold like 300 units. The Urus is Lamborghini's best-selling car of all time, and it
It's
has
not
sold
even funny, I agree.
20,000. If you take
Bro,
anything
let
from this
Lamborghini
video-
make whatever cars they want and people can choose to buy them or not. offer us some commentary on why it's bad that the streamers bought them, that would be very interesting. But he has simply not done that.
New money should concern you. You've seen this vehicle popping up in your city streets more than you've ever seen it before. You see it on TikTok, you see it on Instagram, you see it all the time. And it's nothing but a symbol of the double-digit IQ decadence that could only exist in the 2020s. It is a precursor to the hardship, to the crazy times we're about to experience, man. Things are about to get fucking insane, so stick around, or else you're gonna miss the big show.
That was not good. That was not a good video. What's bro been up to? Damn, getting views though. 2 weeks ago, Gen Z lives in luxury poverty. That's another fire title. My bro has the fire titles. I almost want to click that and watch him not deliver again. Damn. People like Kai can afford Urus, that's fine. I thought he was going to talk about people getting loans to fit in. I mean, obviously, if you're rich and successful and you want to buy a Lamborghini product, buy it. Who cares? Like, there's nothing to say there. I feel like. Incel armies. The incel armies of Africa no one's talking about. Bro is in the rabbit hole.
States.
What the
I'm gonna give them their own segment because
what is bro's channel? I'm actually more interested now. Is fetish art important? No, it is not. Gen Z lives in luxury poverty, man. I really want to click
Join
this
the
one.
Status Quo Book Club only on patreon.com/artchad.
nobody loves Gen Z more than me. You know what? F it.
His green screening got
millennials in
better.
here. Get the millennials in here. Nobody loves Gen Z and millennials more than me. I just did a thing. We're good people. We're hot. We work hard. We got the short end of the stick economically, and the world's too tumultuous to plan even 6 months in the future. But at least we look good while the world burns. Now, if you're a fan of microeconomics and random consumer reports such as myself, you'll know that young people...
I'm out. Too many big words. Okay, very interesting channel. Art Chad. Even the name is like the most Gen Z thing ever. I don't even know what to say. That was fun though. That was a fun ride. Pure clickbait content? Yeah. I mean, clickbait, the original video was clickbait, yeah. But what I'm saying is it could have been a good video because it had such a good title. But he just went crazy with it.